And welcome to the Green Hour on WURD at 96.1 FM and also 900 AM on the weekend, sponsored by Celia. I'm your host, Dr. Paul Hopkins. We're here every Sunday from 3 to 4 p.m. You can also find us online at www.wurdradio.com and in the community. My co-host and health advocate, Bill Morgan, you there?
You got it, buddy, right here, man.
Each week we bring clarity to the conversation about health and environment. We encourage clean living from the inside out. Centerpiece of this is maintaining a healthy lifestyle and getting informed about the connection between good health and what is happening in the world around you. It includes what you consume, what you wear, what products you use in your body, how you clean your home, what you drive, what you purchase, and the decisions you make every day. On the Green Hour, we will focus on how the key part of social integrity. At the Green Hour, we will focus on how the people and the planet are one. Without further ado, welcome, family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what's up.
All right. Mike is there. Is he there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Morgan, how you doing today, buddy?
Man, I'm doing that today. I got sunshine. There is sunshine. Oh,
family. Yeah, absolutely. But, we're here on a Saturday. I hope that you guys can hold me up today. This is, we got to hold each other up today.
Yes, sir.
The great sadness that we mourn the passing of our dear brother and friend and father of, the station here. But so many people have been inspired by Cody Anderson. Cody, there is no words for expressing the way that he had, it made you feel at that moment.
Yes.
It feels the same way that when I had the passing of my father, it felt the same way.
Wow.
And I want to just say that, what can you say about someone who just unconditionally just loved people? Just loved everybody. You never heard a bad word about Cody Anderson. And, I thank so much that we had the ability to, just recently give him the ability to give him his accolades in the industry, at a time that, that you can, while you're living, have people give you your accolades.
Your flowers, that's right.
He touched the lives of so many people and always an inspiration and enlightenment. He helped you with your focus. He always challenged me. He said,
yes, sir.
Doc, what are you doing? And why are you doing it? And then ultimately, is it helping people?
Yes.
I always had, that this Dr. Paul show that starts on Saturday was a direct effect of Cody saying that, I remember he said, ain't you supposed to be somewhere?
Well.
So we all need to celebrate the life of Cody Anderson and how he now rests with the ancestors in power. But forever we're going to remember those memories and conversations that we have. So let's continue to keep in prayer his family and protection over his wife Verna and also Kyle and also Bill and the rest of the entire family. Let his words speak for themselves. What his life represented.
Yes.
And I want to say to the entire listening audience, it is with great sadness that we all going to get through this. But let's remember and be encouraged that, to move on and with a better light, and that we can take a little piece of Cody and his disciples with us. So God bless him. May he continue to rest in, to be encouragement to those that he affected, but also rest in power. Cody Anderson.
Amen. Dr. Paul, it's almost a time of celebration because of what Cody shared with the rest of us.
Yes,
you don't find too many people like that around. I remember when I first came to this area, I didn't know Cody from a can of paint, but I ran into him. He even encouraged me, a young dog at the time. He said, "Yo, man, look, just keep pushing. I don't know what you're gonna be, but keep at it." We had some difficulties in sort of hitting heads and bumping heads, but you know what? Hey, he said, "Look, just do you."
Yeah, that's right.
And I've always remembered that, which was really good for me, as a guy coming into the area from out of town, so to speak.
That's right. That's right. We share, and this is interesting because, we share a day apart in our birthdays. And this Wednesday is my birthday, which is the 24th, and his is on the 25th.
Right.
And then I was listening to the earlier shows. I didn't know that Cheney University was established on February 25th.
Look out, man.
I never knew that his birthday fell on the day Cheney was actually established. And I heard Michael Cord talking about that earlier.
Right.
So family, just be encouraged. If you've had experience and had the honor and the privilege and pleasure of running into Cody, just cherish those memories. He
Yes,
was an
yes.
incredible person. Unity Day, I think about how he uplifted people in so many ways when he didn't even know you. I just know one thing I used to always tell him. I said, Cody, I'm not going to lunch with you no more. He said, "I heard that
Then what I
because
did.
to lunch with you, and every time I sit down, okay, Cody, we're gonna do like this. Hey, Cody Anderson, Cody Anderson. I mean, we had no way. I said, I'm gonna have to take you in the back room somewhere and talk to you because people that know you, and I just want to keep all those cherished moments and things. Cody Anderson, rest in power. God bless him.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed.
All right, let's move on, man. Big B, we're gonna talk about some good stuff going on today.
All right, buddy.
We still have a pandemic that we're dealing with, and with that pandemic, we have to start to, look at those numbers. You have the, you have the scope
Yeah,
of
buddy.
those numbers. Where are
Yes,
we
sir.
right now? What's going
Yeah,
on?
man. I got them right here, updated as of 24 minutes ago, Dr. Paul. We are at a total confirmed cases around the world at 111,831,197. Wow, that's
Wow.
deep. Okay. Total critical cases, 94,204. 94,204. Total deceased, creep, 2,475,309. Total active cases, 24,696,933. Big Mike, you got your drum roll, Big Mike? Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Bam, okay, guys. Total recovered, 87,165,480.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
deep. That's what's up.
That's what's up, y'all. That's what's up.
Yes.
That's what's up,
Yes.
and that's an incredible number. Still the numbers are with us. We talk about
Yes.
the medical journals of the Lancet, the
Yes.
New England Journal of Medicine. We talk about the JAMA, JAMA, and all of them saying that, your percentages of recovery are in the 90 plus 99 to 97 percentile, so your odds are better that you just protect your immune system. But what are you doing? Are you doing something? That's why we talk here on the show, encourage you to build your immune system. Everything is going to bank on your immune system either. And you may say, well, you still get the shot. Okay, we understand that. Even if you decide to get the shot, or if you don't decide to get the shot, still, it's going to depend on your immune system, Big B.
Amen.
So why don't you just build the immune system anyway? Make sure the immune system is nice and strong, and that's where we stand. We want to build the immune system, but how do you do it? That's why we bring you those traditional things, that actually help the immune system feed the body, and the body corrects itself 11 times faster
There
than
you
you
go.
get sick. There you go, family. That's like when you initially eat. You got to eat, B. You got to eat. You got to eat.
All day
You
long.
won't eat, you ain't going to be around. That's right. That's
Got
right.
to do it
Gotta
right,
eat.
guys.
That's right. So, a couple of articles, things hitting the press right now. Two article things that are going on right now. B, give us one of those articles.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let me do this. There's one right here from the South. There's a South African COVID, guys. Yeah, we've been talking about this COVID business. And in the papers right now, it says South African COVID variant detected in New York resident for the first time. That comes from Governor Cuomo there, right?
Right.
This is what it kind of starts off saying. So Governor Cuomo said on Sunday that a COVID-19 variant first identified in South Africa has reached New York. The governor said at a press conference that the mutation, which experts worry may be resistant to some vaccines, was detected in a resident of Nassau County. The announcement comes days after Connecticut resident tested positive for the variant in a New York City hospital. Now, it's more important than, as he says, than ever for New Yorkers to stay vigilant, wear masks, wash hands, and stay socially distanced. Says, folks, we are in a race right now between our ability to vaccinate and these variants which are actively trying to proliferate and we will only win that race if we stay smart and disciplined.
Yes,
Okay?
there you go.
Along
There you
with
go.
what we always talk about, keeping the system healthy.
Yeah, you know what? You had an interesting point. That variant thing that's happening right now. The
Right,
numbers are starting to go down.
right.
Okay, we know that numbers are going down. They're starting to level down. But also now here comes the variants. This is what they're talking now. They're talking about the UK variant now
Right.
coming in. Now you have the South African variant now in New York City. There's four here already. But now they're talking about the two, the UK one and the also the one that's already existing here, merging and creating what's called a hybrid. They're
Yes.
causing a hybrid. They're thinking that this is going to take over by mid-March. They're talking
Hmm.
about somewhere around March. You'll start to see the dominant of the variants will be the UK version. So we got to keep an eye on that, Big B. We got to keep
Yes,
an eye on
indeed.
that because that's
Indeed.
something that you notice that there are different variation, and then of course they mutate. The
Yes.
mutations are happening at the same time. So now they're trying to determine if you had the shot. Now, if that shot going to cover you? So it's a lot of logistics involved in there. But that's why the main thing you can
Yes.
just bank on without being stressed out, without bringing fear into the factor, is
Yes.
to build your system. You
Eh,
got it?
Hey, that's exactly right, man. That's
Yep.
exactly right.
All right. So next one. What's the
All right.
next article?
And excuse me. The second article says the U.S. is about to top 500,000 COVID-19 deaths.
Yeah.
That's why it's critical, guys. Listen, to keep up safety measures. That comes from Dr. Fauci, right? Listen,
Right.
this is what it goes on to say. This is coming from CNN Health. Just over a year since the first known U.S. COVID-19 death, more than 500,000 people have died from the disease by the end of this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that is historic. It's nothing like we've ever been through in the last 102 years since the 1918 influenza pandemic. Okay, that's coming from Dr. Fauci. Now, it's really a terrible situation that we've been through, that we're still going through. And that's the reason why we keep insisting to continue with the public health measures, because we don't know. We don't want this to get much worse than it already has, okay? So that's kind of like where we are and what he's sharing. So there are another 91,000 Americans or projected to die from the disease by June the 1st. According to the University of Washington Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation. So decreases in new COVID-19 cases and hospitalization in recent weeks have prompted some states and local leaders to loosen restrictions. So you got to be careful.
Here we are talking about sending children back to school now. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
This is, actually with the number where we are right this very moment. That article came out just earlier today. I believe
Yes,
it was.
yes.
It came out earlier today. We're
That's
already
right.
past that 500,000. We're at now 510,000. And that's as of right now. That just went to 510,248 right now. So we're across that 500,000 deaths right now. So that is actually that's as of right now
Yes.
and that's on our encove2019.live
Yes.
website, family. If you're listening, that is encove NCOV2019.live.
There you
Probably
go.
one of the most interactive websites that you can get the up-to-date and on-point numbers around the world in real time.
Yes.
So take a look at that, and we'll definitely keep you all abreast and up to date on that as we go along. All right, Bill. I want to open up the lines today.
All right.
I want to hear from the folks. This is a call-in show, family. So if you have concerns or anything that you want to talk about, this is we could say a testimony Sunday, but it's
Yes,
also
yes.
if you have something about Cody. You want to have a word to say to the people that are listening, on the show, and you've touched your life, or if you have a question about a health concern or whatever the situation is, give us a call. We want to give those information out to them, Bill.
There
Give
you
that
go.
call-in information to them.
You guys, you can always reach us right here at WURD Radio, and that call-in number locally is 215-634-8065. Again, the local number is 215-634-8065. Now, if you're out of the local calling area, which is what, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware, you can call us right here at 866-361-0900. Again, that number is 866-361-0900. Black Talk Media, WURD Radio right here in Philadelphia.
And we are also streaming live at www.wurdradio.com, so you can see handsome Bill over there, Bill
Whoa,
1L Morgan.
help me, y'all. And by the way, Dr. Paul, just so you know, I've already distributed it out to the Dr. Paul's Health Network. It's on the Men's Gathering. It's on Bill Morgan's page. Y'all, you can get us everywhere. That's
All right. Good thing.
All right,
Well, hey,
all right.
we got a good caller on the line right now, and this is, I believe we have Charlie Harmon on the line. Charlie? Is Charles there?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Okay, yeah, things are going along fairly well. I was really shocked to hear the story.
Yeah.
I was watching TV last night, and they were doing a story on. They were doing an interview with Mimi Brown, Lady B, and boy, I'm blanking on her name. And
Right.
Patty Jackson. I saw it.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Right.
And just before they did that, they did a little blurb about Cody Anderson. And I said, that can't be true. Evidently, they didn't have enough information because they showed a picture of Bill and Kyle,
Right.
and they just mentioned it. So I figured they'd do a story. I never saw it. And I turned on the TV this morning, didn't see anything. So I listened to Louise Williams and her gospel program, and that's when I got the real deal. I said, oh, man, how about that? So I called everybody that I knew that used to work at DAS, and no one that I called was aware of the fact that Cody had passed.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You know, and it was shocker to me, shocker to them. You know,
Yeah.
it created a lot of conversation.
Yeah.
But I did hear Mimi this morning. She gave a very nice tribute to Cody on Louise Williams' program.
All right, great.
And Charlie, listen, for those who don't know who you are, tell everybody who you are. You are a legend yourself in radio. Charles Harmon reporting.
Yeah, I was hired at WDAS back in, it must have been about 1967, 68.
Just a couple of days ago, Charlie.
I'm pretty sure Cody was there when I went there.
Right.
And I left DAS for about 2 or 3 years and went to WCAU radio. And then I came back. They got rid of a lot of employees because they cut back on cigarette advertising, and so they got rid of 100 employees across the network. And I was one, and DAS brought me right back. And the advantage I had with going back was that they recognized that I had built up some skills at CAU, and I brought them back. In fact, they didn't even have tape recorders at DAS. And so I purchased my own and brought the sounds in. But Cody embraced everything. You know, you were talking about Cody, and you had to be careful when you go out with him because everybody knows Cody.
Everybody knows.
I would pop into his office at WURD and for a conversation, and there is no strict conversation with Cody Anderson. I mean, the phone rings. If he had 10 phones in there, they'd all be ringing at one time. But it's a sheer joy because Cody would smile, and Cody, I think the last time we gave a tribute to Cody on your program, which was only about a month or so ago, it was brought out that Cody, you almost didn't know how old he was, you know, because I'm way older than Cody. But Cody gave out advice. You had to listen to what Cody said.
There you go.
And,
Yes,
and
sir.
he never got excited. Never. I never heard Cody get excited. And and we had all kinds of people come to that radio station. You know, well, I think it was brought out in a lot of the conversations that other people had. And but Cody was just there. He was instrumental in moving things forward. And he and Bob Klein, who was the general manager of the station, they just built up a rapport that if Cody said something, that was it. Bob Klein said, you know, Cody said it.
Right.
And, if you had a problem, you could get in to see Cody. Although Cody was shrewd, too, because I tried to get Kathy Amoroso. She was Cody's secretary, and she had married Wayne Joel, but I couldn't get them on the phone because I know Kathy would be she'd really be upset if she didn't know about it. And then she could offer so much more. But Kathy was the buffer to Cody. If she thought that you were going to cause too many problems, or if she knew that you were going to take advantage of Cody, then she would shove you off. Now, an interesting story, Mary Mason, she at one time said that if Cody Anderson was a woman, he would be pregnant 50 times over because he never knew how to say no, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a fantastic. I tell you the
Yeah.
truth, I watered up when I heard what had happened, and I had a rough time sleeping. It was the last news of the night, and I'm trying to sleep. And I said, I don't know what the world's going to be like without a Cody Anderson.
Yes. Yes.
Well said, Charlie.
So
Well
true.
said.
So true.
And it was because of you that I met Cody. Actually, 20
That's
years.
right.
You remember we're
That's right.
celebrating 20 years from the Fulani African American Men's Health Program, which was right in Germantown. So, that's when I first met this so-called, who's this guy named Cody Anderson?
Dude named Cody Anderson.
Charlie, you brought him through, and then I said, okay, that's who Cody Anderson is. Okay. And then from there, we've just been, connected. We stayed connected. And, in the last 2 years, like I said, last couple of years, he and I got really close, man. And, that's why that's my buddy. And I'm going to miss him dearly. And, I just want to thank you, man. Thank you for all you do, Charlie. You do a lot for a lot of us, man. You connect. You're a great networker. You still Charles Harmon reporting, man.
The one thing that I really regret, and Paul, you were a part of this when it got off the ground, was Cody wanted to create a legacy for his past works at WDAS.
Yes,
and you and I and he were working together on, we all have a lot of pieces to put together to bring that legacy alive. And now that Cody's gone, I hope that somewhere along the line we can still keep Cody's legacy alive by somehow putting all these pieces together and come up with the finished product that Cody was working for. Yeah,
and we were just recently talking about that about a month ago. He was saying that he says we're almost about ready to get it going. So he says I'm gonna pull you in. I'm gonna let you know what's going on. So we may be able to still do that. We'll have to see how that goes.
Good.
But the legacy it has to be continued. The legacy has to continue.
Right.
But
totally agree. Totally agree.
Thank you so much, Charlie Harmon.
Thanks for letting me get my conversation in, because I tried to get in with Louise this morning, but that line, I'm happy when I can't get through, because then I know there's a lot of calls, because I've tried to call your show every once in a while and had some problems, so I said, well, that's good. That's a good sign. The more calls, the better.
There you go.
Thanks again for letting me get off my chest, my good brother.
Yes,
all right. That's what's
whatever.
up.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
and
so
a
much,
word to what's his name? Mike, the guy that's with you.
Yeah, Mike Moore or Bill. You talking about Bill Morgan?
Bill, Bill. Bill got a heck of a voice, man. You better watch yourself. He might bump you out.
He's a radio guy too, man.
Okay, so you better
Hey,
watch.
Charlie, I'm not going anywhere. But I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's the commercials and stuff. He got all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
You baritone dudes.
Yes, sir.
You gotta stop, boy.
All right,
thank
you, Charlie.
All
right, thank you, Paul.
Dr. P is my
Bill,
rock, man, so I'm not going anywhere.
All right.
Make sure we stay here.
All right, we appreciate you, Charlie.
Yeah,
Take care.
All right.
We got Lynn on the line. Lynn? Is Lynn on the line?
Hey, Dr. Paul WURD.
I heard that. Hey, Dr. Paul.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, and you, Bill, and my look. I'm going to keep it short because Charlie said everything. I just had a hard time sleeping, and the more it set in, it's like he was a member of my family that passed.
Right.
I love hearing him, Cody, and the Vicky show. I woke up Saturday morning, and I would always call, because he said no more calls. Dr. Burton has to come on, and I said, "Oh, please, Cody, please, I want to say this." And he said, "You always do this," and I said, "Well, I'm your Pisces sister. We had the same birthday." And he said, "Oh, okay, all right," and he would put me on, and then I would just say, Cody, just tell the audience what I have to say, where you could go vote, where's the jobs at, and blah, blah.
Yes,
and
he would do that.
And I mean, he was such a larger-than-life and beautiful smile, very kind, and he motivated me all the time. I was just so anxious to get up and hear the Electric magazine, and I'm really praying for Vicky and Dr. Burton, as well as his family and all of us. And
that's right.
I just wanted to say, I love the way he had the ministers on too. That motivated me. I just love when he would call them in to pray for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like an upstanding guy, and I'm really going to miss him. And I, like he had his list. He would say his list in the beginning of the show. He's on that list now, but we must say his name along with Joey's and all the others, so we always remember him.
That's right.
Always. He was just the best. And Dr. Paul, I'll see you Wednesday on your birthday, and my birthday's the next day, like Cody's. So
that's right. That's right. That's right.
Well,
We're gonna celebrate that. That's right. That's right. That's right. Thank you so much, Lynn. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right. We got Brother Yusef on the line. Brother Yusef?
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, man.
Yeah, I want to send my condolences to Mr. Cody Anderson. I learned a lot listening to him. It's like I learned a lot listening to you, and we learn a lot from everybody. But I want to also say something that a lot of people have been mentioning in your program. Brother Joe from Germantown mentioned you today on the radio courtroom, and I mentioned you on the Andre Lawful Sanders show. And he was saying how, people need prevention. This vaccine that they're giving out, it seems like it's not slowing up and down the way it should. And he was speaking on, how you and your holistic herbal remedies seem to be working better than the vaccine. Like I was with you yesterday morning, and the lady was saying how she was eating cheese, and you said, "Oh, there you go."
Yes, absolutely.
You bring out, that's what I like about you. You bring out the truth about things. You know what I'm saying? And holistic health is the truth. It's something people try to avoid. And like you said, you can't keep going back to what you've been doing and think that you're going to take a herbal remedy and it's going to stop it. If you keep going back to doing the things you're doing, it's not going to stop it. Now, this is the main thing I'm going to speak on. The hog and the pig. The hog and the pig is the only animal that I know of, maybe another one, that can take the bite of the most venomous snake in the world and nothing happen to it. And it can turn around and eat it. Venomous back and all. And then they put that hog and pig on the market, sell it as ham this and pork chop this, and people keep eating that stuff, and they don't realize how poisonous this pig and hog is. And they, among other things, there's a lot of other scavengers that are just as poisonous, But I look at the hog to the snake, like we was talking about how the crustaceans are to the cockroach. I look at the hog as a snake with feet.
Yes, absolutely.
If it can be bitten by a venomous snake and nothing happened to it, then it's the same thing it is. It has the same venom in it. It's already venomous.
You got it. You got it, Brother Yusef. You're spot on, man. And when people talk about, the truth, the body is a righteous temple and it can only accept the truth. And whenever there's not a truth, then there is sickness and dis-ease, which means imbalance, because the body's like, I don't even recognize what that is. This is a poison. Yes. So if it's a poison, I cannot function with anything that's poison, because that means it's death. I only function with life. So only give me life in order to give you life. So life begets life. That's in every scriptural book, no matter what you believe. It's in every book. You have to proliferate with life itself. So thank you, Brother Yusef. You always spot on, man. And I appreciate y'all. Give me a shout out, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. Man. Take care. All
right. We got, is that Sultan? Sultan? Sultan, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, Dr. Paul, what a great show you always do. I wanted to take a moment to share my many memories about Cody. It goes way back in the 60s when I was a leader here at the Black Panther Party, and we had the Mark Clark Free Medical Clinic. Cody used to support us back then. We had activities in the community from the Panther Party. Cody was always a supporter. Going back to the station, I was around doing the Unity Day stuff. And then I had the opportunity of getting a radio show. Cody gave me and Tim Spencer our first radio show that came on every Friday. He almost gave us 3 hours every Friday. Everyday People was the name of our show that me and Tim Spencer had. Then after that, he gave me and Brother Rob Murray. He gave Rob Murray the This Week in Sports show that me and Rob did. So Cody opened up a door for a lot of us and put us on the air.
Yes, that's what's up.
He was in the studio with us 1 minute, then the next minute he left us in there by ourselves. And I had to learn the board.
Yes, he would do that in a second, man. Yes, he would.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ollie Hackett would come in early, and he would help us out. And, you know, we had some great experiences. Then I traveled with Cody to different countries, particularly to Brazil twice, him and his wife. And over 78 people, we all went to Brazil. Those were great trips. And one thing that always got me was Cody's office. If you walked in his office, it was a historical journey into our people, into our culture, into our relationship. The paintings, the artifacts, the sculptures, the African artifacts. I mean, he had you were just amazed by his office. It was like a museum in our cultural identity and awareness, and you could sit there for hours with him, and he would tell you about this piece and that piece and tell you about this portrait. And I mean, the brother was such a brother, man, and then a brother who always supported me and my wife. When we lost our son, Cody was among those who opened up the airway to us and allowed us to start a cause of trying to end youth violence. And, you know, I could go on and on and on, but Cody, I want to just say my deepest condolences to his lovely wife and to his two sons and his daughter, Teresa, and to Bill and Kyle, and, you know, the whole family, the URD family. I got a blessing about 7-8 days ago. We both go to Woody's barbershop, and Cody was coming in the shop when I was talking to Woody on the phone, and me and Cody got to talking on the phone too. Woody said, "Come on, man, get in the chair. You and you know, I mean, he was just that kind of brother, man. So may God be pleased with him. Maybe God put his arms around his family. And I will just say to the family, after hardship, relief will come. But you got to move towards the relief. So
you are very well said, Brother Sultan. And you remember that, you know, and you're absolutely right. If you go in Cody's office, it's like a museum. And I mean, when I remember I helped him move one time. He moved when he moved. I remember saying, "Where do you get this stuff, man? Where does it end, man?" He says, "Man, I got more stuff. You ain't seen half of it."
I'm like, "You ain't seen half of it, and that wasn't all of it. That was right there. He had so much stuff." So in my closing words, I would just say that you'll be tested with your health, your wealth, and your family. The greatest test is the one of family. But there's only one question on the test: do you believe? So go with faith and pray that God will be pleased with our brother. And one last word: Cody's coming for you, Joey, because he know he got one of his CDs. He
he did.
Joey would always swing some music out of his office. So now Cody's gonna catch up with you, Joey.
Yes, Joey. Yes. I lost 2 of them this year, man. I lost 2 of them, but yes, he's gonna get his CD. That's right.
No doubt.
Thanks, Brother Sultan. I appreciate you, man. And listen, family, you know, we got to take a quick break. This is Dr. Paul and Bill 1L Morgan, and we are the Green Hour. We're paying a little homage today to, you know, our brother, our friend, our Baba, you know, Cody Anderson, but also talking about the world and what's going on. So this is 96.1 FM, 900 AM, WURD. We'll be right back.
Wayne Avenue Health Food, located at 5007 Wayne Avenue, has been in business for 29 years. Wayne Avenue Health Food is a one-stop shop for all of your quality vitamins, herbs, and information with exceptional, friendly, experienced service. Wayne Avenue Health Food is open 7 days a week and delivers in the Philadelphia area and ships all over the country. For more information, call 267-338-6488.
Pollock Herbs and Vitamin Center, 5925 North Broad Street, open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. This week's special, 20% off, Essaic Tea, dry and liquid, North American Oregano, Super Strength, 1 ounce, raw goji berries, 16 ounce. That's right, yours, 20% off. You got to say the key word. I listen to WURD and the Dr. Paul Show or the Green Hour, and you got it. Also, they're carrying yours truly, Dr. Paul's Green Drink, Colon Cleanse, and the Eliminator, and Dr. Willard's Water. That's right, 5925 North Broad Street, Pollock Herbs and Vitamin Center, 215-549-4372, 215-549-4372.
Listen to Laborers Live.
We created the weekend. We created the 40-hour work week. We just want enough to feed our family, be able to send our children to college, and let our next generation do better than we did.
To people that might have forgot how important unionism is in a country like the United States. People now infringing on our 8-hour workday, trying to work people more than 8 hours without overtime, trying to work people without benefits. In the long run, everybody's getting a fat paycheck except the worker. So this is really a wake-up call for America.
The struggle is continuous. Tune in to Laborers Live every Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. Sponsored by LESIT, the Laborers Employers Cooperation Education Trust of the Laborers District Council of Philadelphia and vicinity.
Local 332, Sam Staten Jr. Business Manager. Local 57, Esteban Vera Business Manager. Local 135, Dan Woodall Jr. Business Manager. Local 413, James Harper Jr. Business Manager. The Laborers District Council, Ryan Boyer Business Manager, and Tony Staten, Executive Director of LESIT.
This is not a fad for us. We will not resume our regular programming when things die down. We're not black to help our bottom line or because it's politically correct. We're not joining a fight. This has been our fight, our message, our people. Black lives have always mattered here. We are undeniably, indefatigably, unapologetically, permanently Black Talk Media. WURD. Want the latest in WURD swag? Check out the shop tab on WURDradio.com. Hoodies, tees, and more in a variety of colors. The shop tab on WURDradio.com. Show the world that you're all about Black Talk Media. You're listening to The Green Hour, exclusively on WURD Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD, Black Talk Media.
And we're back. This is Dr. Paul and Bill 1L Morgan. This is the Green Hour. And we're going talking about a little bit of everything today, Bill. You know, and you know, all that's happening in the world, you know, and the world going backwards, man. It's good to be moving forward. We got to stay positive, stay directed, stay focused. You know, things that happen, you know, when you sort of knock you off your pillar a little bit, you know, you just have to restructure. You know, there's a time for mourning, but then there's a time for now regrouping, now to get the, you know, the essence of what you're supposed to do. Keep yourself focused, you know. I've taken a lot of loss, Bill, you know, a lot of loss, man, you know, in family, you know, and it's always the lesson. They say, well, Doc, why do you do what you do? This is why I do what I do.
Now you got it. Yes.
We do it because we have to carry on the message to, you know, the next line, you know, the next line. And that's one thing Cody used to do. He carried it on to the next line. Like Brother Sultan said, you know, he set him up in the studio, but then one day he just didn't show up or he left early. So he's like saying, you got your wings now, you keep moving. Yeah. And that's the exact thing that we have to continuously do. We have to, you know, pay it forward, family. Pay it forward. Take the lessons learned, but also what are you doing in your life that you're leaving your legacy? You know, are you leaving something? Are you taking advantage of your gift that you have? Are you sowing your gift into community? Are you allowing yourself to build and develop? That's why, you know, this is a challenging moment in a lot of ways, Big B. So I want to just say that, you know, continue to be and fight forward. Because I think Cody would have, he would say, yeah, keep that show going, man. Keep it going.
I know, that's right. Hey, Dr. Paul, you know what? Let me say this here. That's why, you know, Cody brought this old dude here to keep you going, buddy. That's what's up.
Yes,
hey, listen,
absolutely.
you know, you and I talk about this whole thing of family. See, sometimes I think some of us, we don't really get that. You know, I remember years ago, I saw a picture of an older brother leaning over a wall. And guess what he was doing? He had his hand extended down to a young brother. He was pulling up the wall. But guess what? That kind of thing has not been happening. And that's what we've got to get back to, helping one another. You remember in the community, we've always talked about, not we have, but so many people talk about the old crab syndrome. In other words, I don't want you to get ahead of me. Man, hey, guys, that's not what it's all about. We got to work together. I'll reach my hand and say, pull you up.
Pull me up. That's right.
I get a door open for you. I'll bring you in. And guess what? If you rise ahead of me, hey, that's what's up.
That's right. You got to help somebody else. Now, it's your job to pay it forward. That's right.
Yes, indeed.
All right. We got Mamie on the line. Mamie?
Hello there, Dr. Paul and Bill and Mike.
Hey, man.
Yes. How are you?
I'm okay. I just wanted to call because I believe that the legacy of Dr. Lomax and Brother Cody they can't even be touched. There's no one who can touch them. They both were kings.
Yes.
I traveled with Cody and the members of the station many times. We went to so many nice, wonderful, historic places. And I'll never forget when we went to Africa. We visited Ghana, Accra, and Cody was installed. I don't know if people know that he's a king, for real. He's got a village over there in Accra, Ghana. And we traveled from there.
You learn something new every day.
Abidjan,
in
Cote d'Ivoire. And we had a glorious time. I think it was about 17 days of traveling. And
Wonderful.
we got a chance to, just soak in all of our glorious history, and also to just revel in the fact that we were all family. When we got off the plane, they were waiting for us saying, welcome home.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Never
That's
forget
great.
Brother Cody, and I hope that and pray his family will be in my prayers. I met all of them, and I just love the fact that all of this accolades are coming, and that he had a chance to be honored before he left here by Sarah Lomax Reese. Thank you for being there, Dr. Paul. I have visited with you, and you have helped me to get myself together. It's a process. I'm still going through it. It's working.
It's a process.
Thank
That's
God
right.
for you, and you take care. And I hope your wife is still getting better.
Yes, she is doing well. Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much for asking, Mamie. And definitely, it is a process. We say crawl, walk, run, right?
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for those kind words. Thank you.
Yes. Stay safe out there.
You too.
All right, we'll do.
All right. And, and she, that's so well said. The trips that Cody used to have, so many people are telling me about the trips to Africa and, the ability for you to actually, go to places. And he's a king. He didn't tell me that.
See that? That's what he was a king. That's something new, boy.
He was holding out.
He's like, Cody, come back here and take me in, man. Bring him along.
Yes. All right. We got Tyrone on the line. Tyrone?
Go, Ty.
Hey, peace and blessings, Dr. Paul.
How are you? Good.
It's always good. To my main man, Bill, how are you doing, good brother?
I'm doing well, buddy. How about yourself?
Hey, man, God is good. One of the things that we all know about Brother Cody, the brother was just a humble man.
Yes.
I mean, all the things that he has done, all the things he has been a part of, all the organizations such as our Committee for a Better North Philadelphia, Unity Day, we were always at Unity Day, and Cody made sure that we were there. But the other thing about Cody is that smile. He had a smile that was second to none.
Yes, he did.
And when you talk to him, you was talking to, you was talking to somebody that was special, because not only did he give you 100% attention, but he felt what you said, and he always kind of added to whatever you were saying to him.
Yes,
so
yes,
Bill
he did.
And Kyle and to Miss Anderson and to all of us, man, who know Cody and know who he was, the man he was, and the things that he did, because I know for a fact, and this is, a proven fact, he has done plenty for men. Plenty for
yes,
men.
He has.
And we're going to thank him and his family for being who he was. And again, he did it in such a humble way that he was an earth angel. Thank you, my
Yes,
brother,
he will.
for allowing me.
Thank you so much, Tyrone. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, T. Yeah, buddy.
Great words, man. Great words, man. Great words. Another great testimony of the legacy of my brother Cody Anderson, and so many stories, Bill. They're going, I can't, it's amazing the compassion, man, that you hear from everyone. That it's always the extra little step. It's always like the extra, like it could have just did this. But he always took it to the next level.
Yes,
and that's
man.
what I loved about
That's right.
Because I said, sometimes he was pushing me. He said, you just won't let this go. He said, nope. I remember one of his last texts from me was when I go off the show on the Electric Magazine. Shout out to Vicky Leach also. Vicky, compassion to you, my sister. You stay strong, and I'll keep in touch with you. And she was like, they were going off the air, and I would always end with like 2 or 3 minutes late, right? So the last show, I was on time, and he texted me back and said, "You must gotta go somewhere." I said, "Why I gotta go somewhere?" He said, "Cause you on time." And I said, "Well," he said, "You must have got a clock for Christmas." I said, "Yeah," and I said it, right? And he said, "No, you didn't. You ain't said it. You got to go somewhere. You ain't fooling me." And that was my last text that we did when we were talking on air, man. So, he always put it to the next level. He always challenged me. So I love it, man.
Boy, that lets you know how he paid attention to the little things.
He was very detailed.
Your tell was on. If you were on time, you had somewhere.
And he would be right in your eyes. He said, "Why your eyes red this morning? You ain't get no sleep, did you?" I said, "Leave me alone, please." All right, we got Jane on the line. Jane?
Jane.
Is it Jean?
Yes.
Yes, right. Jane, how you doing?
All right. How are you, Dr. Paul? I love you too, Dr. Paul.
Well, thank you so much. I love you.
On too. I love you too. I was going to tell you that I've been listening to Cody since WHAT, and he was like a big brother to me at a distance. And I loved him. And when they honored him, I wanted him to get. I talked to Reverend Joe. I saw Reverend Joe at a store, and I told Reverend Joe, I said they should give Cody the humanitarian award. Not just honor him like they did on the radio. But they end up honoring him instead of giving him a humanitarian award, because I think he deserves a big honor.
Absolutely.
Like a humanitarian award. And he was such a good and humble person. And he was like a big brother to me. And I had gone somewhere, and they were giving out different prizes, like for asking history questions and things like that. And someone gave me a Kango when Kangos was in style. And I put it on, and it looked too masculine for me. So the next time I saw Cody, when he used to have those meetings down off of Broad and Ridge at that Union Hall, and next time I saw Cody, I gave him that Kango. And when I called for him to know who I was, I always said, the lady that gave you the Kango, and he remembers me. He wore that Kango, and he always looked nice in a hat. Whenever he put a hat on once in a while.
Cody was a hat man.
Nice in a hat, yeah. And my condolences to the family. I met Kyle years ago when they used to do a outsource of the station, like live broadcasts at different places. And I met Kyle and Billy. And I remember when Cody and Billy used to do the show during the week from 7 to 10. During the week they had a show, yes. And that was before Billy got with Channel 29. And when Al was there, you remember when Al was there?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And Cody reached down and lifted a lot of people up. He really did.
Yes, he did. He did.
He was a humble, kind gentleman. And not only was he humble and kind, he was a nice looking brother, and like you said, he had a nice smile.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always soft-spoken. He never raised his voice.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
I didn't get a chance to call when they honored him, so that's why I'm calling now.
Okay. I'm glad you got a chance.
Yeah, the minute I heard it yesterday, tears came to my eyes. It was terrible.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
He's going to be missed.
Yeah.
All right. We
and I'm so glad. We appreciate you calling, Gene, and thank you so much for your kind words. And I'm glad you had a chance to speak today.
Yes.
Right.
And
All
I'll be sticking with you now and making you my big brother.
All right, here we go. That's right. That's right. That's right. Forward.
Right.
Moving forward.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
All right. All right. We got Ann on the line. Ann?
Yes, my condolences go out to the Cody Anderson family and to his 3 sisters in Chicago. And Vicky, yay.
Yes.
Vicky,
Yeah.
I know your heart is broken in 1,000 pieces, but we're going to keep you in prayer also.
Yes.
And like the
Yes.
lady talking about Broad and Ridge, that was the Volunteer for Change group Cody had gotten together. We would meet every other month down there at the Union Hall. And another thing about Cody could bake a pound cake, and I need a pound cake from scratch. He could bake you know what I mean, the butter, the sugar, all that. Anybody know that tastes it? Cody could make a pound cake. And another thing Cody could do, and Dr. Idra tried to get him to patent it. I don't know whether he ever did or not. He could make that popcorn.
Oh, look out now.
He could
Look
make
out.
that popcorn. And Dr. Idra tried to get him to patent it, you know, where he could do it. I don't know, you know, whether he did it or not. And a song that Cody played a couple of years ago, and he had forgotten about it and asked him about it. And he mentioned it a couple of weeks ago and said, nobody will know when I'm down. You know, that song stuck with me because it made me think I'm that way. And then over the years, I said to myself, someone will have to know, because sometimes you're going to have to say something about your feelings and how you feel. And I told Cody, I said, because, you know, he is, the family is, they are private people. So just God bless them and continue to hold their hands. That's all I have to say, Dr. Paul.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and we appreciate you, and thank you for those kind words. And I'm glad you had a chance to also spread your the love and to the listening audience that have heard the many stories, man. They go on and on and on. But we gotta go. We gotta go. Mike's giving me this hand signal. He's coming out.
Got here, Dr. P.
I know we just got here, and it seems like time flies. You know, I want to say to the family, you know, we today was more of you know, a paying homage to our brother and
celebration.
Baba. Now I say Baba. He was always Baba to me, Cody Anderson, and we're going to continue to keep his legacy up. You know, keep doing the things that, you know, he would encourage us to do. But also, family, if you want to get a hold of me, you can call me, 215-779-7355, 215-779-7355. Also, 1-877-377-2854. That's 1-877-377-2854. We're still doing that what we call the full works or the works. Just give us a call. 10% off, family. 10% off. www.drpaulherbs.com is my website. Also, Big B, this Wednesday, the 24th, is my birthday. It's the birthday. That's my birthday. I'm 30 years old. So we actually are having an online little birthday thing. So we just say chime in with us. If you need to, go to my website, drpaulherbs.com, and you just put your name and your email in, and then we'll send you a personal invitation for all of the Zoom calls that we have called the Family Tree. We're still going to talk about health. We're going to do all the things. You know, it just happened to fall on my day. How about that? So I want to say thank you to the entire Lomax family. Our producers, Michael Ledbetter, Laura Lomax, President, CEO, Sarah Lomax Reese, and Miss Beverly, thank you so much. We love you. And to all those that, you know, that have said their kind words, we appreciate you so much. And, you know, we're listening. We all are grieving for Cody Anderson and his family. So let's keep them in prayer, continuously keep them in prayer. Also, let's not think about, you know, also a shout out to Vicki Leach part of the Electric Magazine. We love you, Vicky. We're going to hold you up and keep you encouraged also. You know what, Vic? I want to end with one of the things that Cody always said at the end of the Electric Magazine. When he first started off, he gave his accolades to all the people that had passed on.
Right,
and he would say something that always resonated at the end when he did the one on those that passed away. He said, speak their names and they will live on forever.
Yeah.
So Cody Anderson, you will live on forever. Rest in power. Because we always say what? If you're breathing,
your gun is shot.
A shot.
God bless everybody.
Livelihood. WURD Radio's new initiative, connecting Black Philadelphians with jobs, entrepreneurship resources, small business development information, and financial literacy tools. Tune in to WURD Radio for our weekly livelihood segments